The next feature is event management. So quite timely considering we're doing this webinar today. But the event management piece, there's huge impact that has for existing customers. And that could be a huge lead generation source for them. It could be that kind of existing client communication, so staying in contacts with their customers. But what we've seen is that CRM users see a 94% increase in sales productivity when there is centralized event and lead data. Click looks to kind of enhance the whole event process by giving you the event management functionality directly within Dynamics. So to begin with, we'd connect with a lot of event platforms. So whether that's Cvent, Eventbrite, if it's more webinars, so the likes of Zoom, GoToWebinar, Teams webinars, we would connect with those platforms. So they would sync directly up to Click, and then we would create the event record in Click itself. So at any point in time, you'd have full access to that event record. Within that event, what we are looking at tracking is your registration and your attendance. So as we're kind of doing that pre-event communication, so we're sending out maybe 4-part emails to kind of get people to sign up. As soon as they register, we see that record against the event and we can kind of clearly track what our registration is looking like for the event. The nice thing about that is it's going to go against the contacts or leads that you have in Dynamics. So one, it's tracking registrations for event specific, but two, it's actually pulling that back to your existing client or your existing contacts and leads so you can see it against those records. So 6 months later, if you wanted to have an overview of how often is this client attending those events, we can track that. The second layer to it is the attendance. So seeing who exactly is spending in session time and then what do we want to do with that kind of post the event. So do we want to have an automation that's maybe notifying sales team members to reach out to them on that one-to-one basis? Do we just want to say a thank you for attending the event? We can kind of decide what that follow-up looks like. But it's really centralizing it all back into Click, allowing marketing to do the pre and post event communications in a much more efficient manner. And then, of course, having all of that singly stored within Dynamics. So pulling that back to your contacts and leads.